They say a gallery wall is never truly finished, but after months of sourcing, thrifting, and a few fun DIYs, today they're finally going up on the wall. I'll show you how I upcycled some fun frames and styled this gallery wall to feel bright, modern, and intentional. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mark.
And we're the Yohos. And together we're transforming this kitchen bit by bit from a dated, dark space to a bright, semi-modern kitchen with lots of personality. Okay, so when I plan a gallery wall, especially when it's a big gallery wall, I try to compartmentalize it into different sections. And for me, that's just how things make sense. So I find for this section right here where the mug wall is, I kind of want to keep it food related. So then in front of my desk, when I sit at my desk and I kind of sit back, all I stare at is a blank white wall. Is one of the reasons why I kind of want to fill in some space. And I don't know, it's kind of my creative area. And if I look up and see something fun, it puts me in a good mood instantly. So I have made a few pieces of my own, which I will get to and I'll show you those. Not that I think they're great. I felt a little creative energy through the winter, so I've kind of been stockpiling. We have the food section, like I said. We've got my kind of art area up at the top that is strictly me right there in front of my face. I also have another little area above where our cats eat, and then directly above where they eat. So like low to the ground, we've got quite a bit of space above where their bowl is. So, well, bowls. And weirdly, they eat at the same spot every night. Like one goes here, one goes here. And like, that's just what they do. If they switch it, well, that just never happens. But anyway, so I kind of want to decorate their little area. I know, weird, but I came across some fun little things for that little spot. So I thought, why not? And I think if you're going to be planning a gallery wall anytime soon, just pump the brakes for a second. Hopefully this will get your creative juices flowing too. I don't know. Let's get into it. Painting your own prints is such a budget-friendly way to get the exact color palette you want. I saw this print online. I knew I needed to recreate it. I just popped it in a thrifted frame and it's done. Now I have zero footage of me making this, but I also made another one. I call it food-related painting. This was my own creation. Peanut butter watercolor. I didn't know how I was going to hang it, so I got creative, and the hoardy McGee that I am, I have a hard time throwing away a good box, especially a pretty and a neat shaped one. So I decided to bust out the Mod Podge, slather it on. It's actually the bottom of the box, so I saved the lid, obviously, for another projects because it is stinking cute still. Not gonna lie, I had my doubts because when I was doing it, it was really bumpy, but once it dried, it flattened out perfectly, nice and smooth. It was quite a pleasant surprise, so I'll take that as a win. And now I completely understand that painting your own artwork is above some people's pay grade. Not to worry, I highly suggest a paint by numbers. There is zero skill required, and let me tell you, it is such a relaxing craft that you will be so pleased when you're done that you've relaxed and you've also created a little piece of artwork that you can call your own. A little tip. If you want to elevate those paint by numbers, typically they're not finished around the edge, so you'll just see the white canvas. I like to actually take some of the leftover paint, which you typically have quite a bit of, and paint the edge in a solid color. Now, because I am a little extra, I have all kinds of embellishments that in my craft cabinet, so I busted out 2 sets of wood blocks, and one of them were not finished, so I painted those green with the same paint as around the edge, and the other ones just happened to match the painting exactly. And I have had these little cubes, I'm going to call them, because they're more like a dice because they're rounded on the edge. I've had these in my stash forever. They have just been waiting for their calling, and this was it. And I'm telling you, these turned out adorable. And now you might be asking what I used to stick on the little wooden cubes. Mark was working away on a popsicle stick build, and if you guys haven't checked out that video, I'll link that below as well. We've had a long winter, you guys. So we had to occupy our time doing something. And I don't know, these were just such a fun little craft that we could just sit for a couple hours in the afternoon on a Sunday and craft our little hearts out. But I used some wood glue on these specific blocks, but I'm sure that you could use just the white, I think it's called tacky glue. I'm sure that would be just fine. I got both of these and they were actually half price. So $5.99 and $5.99. Buy one, get one free. Well, one of my favorite parts of this entire gallery wall here is this frame. I knew from the get-go that when I saw this white frame at the thrift store for next to nothing, I knew I wanted to keep the base white, but I wanted to stripe it. So with just plain old painter's tape. Now, if I'm going to be honest, this was a bit more of a faff than it needed to be. First of all, the backing would not come off of this thing. So I just went a little rogue and ripped it right off. And I thought, you know what? I'd rather not have glass in it so you can see the print better, because where the frame is sitting, it's right across from the light in the kitchen. And I know that it would just be a glare and you wouldn't be able to even see what the print said. The paint bled underneath the painter's tape. Now, typically what I would have done, because I wanted the base white, I would have put the painter's tape over top, given it a quick spritz of spray paint to seal the white paint so nothing will bleed underneath the tape, and if it did, it was the white. Then I would have painted this color that I just randomly mixed up, almost a terracotta color. I would have painted that on the stripes and then peeled the tape off, and it would have been perfect. But because it also had a little bit of a shine to it, like a little plasticky feel, it was very easy to scrape off. So it wasn't a huge big deal. It was a lot more work than it should have been. Again, not a big deal. I dealt with it. And I love the way it turned out. Now, the print in here, I did get it online, as well as another print, the thrifted black frame like you saw, but I've decided I think I want to put that print in the front hall. I got them both off Amazon and I will link them below. We have a little storefront that we have all kinds of our favorite things in it if you guys want to check that out. Anything you see in this video, you guys, I can possibly link, I will. Happy spray painting season. You guys, nothing makes me more happy than it's warm enough that I can get out there and spray paint a few things. And it just so happened that I think it was like maybe Black Friday, I feel, some kind of sale on Amazon, that I was able to get like 4 different cans of spray paint for like $10 each. And that is a steal here in Canada. They are like $15, probably and up, depending on where you go, a can. Like, what? Needless to say, I have a lot of spray paint down there just waiting for me to get out there and, well, actually I'm stockpiling a bunch of stuff that I want to spray paint, but I did spray paint a few things today, so I want to show you those. Just easy spritz, nothing too crazy. Sometimes I only did one coat if it actually covered nicely, so I want to show you those. It's exciting times. So this little, I'm going to call it a trivet because it's got little nubs on the bottom of it. This struck me as so funny in the thrift store, and it was 50 cents. So how could I not? So now I gave it a good clean, and upon further inspection, I thought it was just rust, and I was totally okay with that. But I really looked closely, and you can see all of the glue from where the original tile had gotten glued to the trivet, and it's gone brown. I picked it off as best I could, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna spritz it with a bit of spray paint because why the heck not? It was so perfect out there to spray paint. So yes, I had to. It felt so good. But because the tile is out and it's not glued in anymore, I needed to find some E6000 to glue it down and to permanently adhere it into the piece of metal, actually is what it is. Of course, I couldn't find any of my glue. Blame Mark. That's okay. This worked out a little bit better back in my stash, but I'm still going to keep this tile. Now, I had gotten these cool plate hangers. They come in a little kit, and you actually put them together depending on the size of the plate, and you use different sizes of the metals and the little stoppers thingies so the little plates don't get wrecked. Anyways, these worked out quite well. Again, they'll be linked, and I'm really happy with the way these little guys turned out. Now, both of these plates are actually a Kate Spade plate, which is kind of cool. The one is this early bird special. I don't know, I just loved the color on it. And the other one is the dine in or take out. How nice is that? And like, I love the blue. It matches their hallway. I don't know, it just kind of all ties in together, and I had to have them, and I believe they are $3 a piece. This third plate, like what? I don't know. I just couldn't help myself. $2? Well, yeah, I need that. It's just such a neat little Victorian, I don't know. It's just cute. Love the colors in it. So vibrant, and it was very easy to hang as well. Whatever. It's cute, and it's going on the wall. These are all just postcards kind of idea. They're not actual postcards, but they're little pictures that I had got online, but they are very heavy paper. So I'm literally just stuck tape on the back of each one. And this one, our daughter painted this when her and I sat down for watercolors. It's like a book that you get. So I'm going to hang all those up at the cat's station over there. And yeah, why not, right? It's so cute. How cute is that? If you guys enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, give us a little thumbs up, some comments. We love reading those comments. It hypes us up to make some more fun videos for you guys. So with that, thanks for watching. Bye.